When did you first fall in love with me?
Ooh, gosh. Baby night.
You don't put that right here. You can take this out, right?
Don't take that out. Chat. I'll leave it in there.
No, I'll just say don't put this in there.
Here she comes, there she goes. Gather around, she's about to start the show. Here she comes, there she goes. Go get your peoples, the camera's about to roll. It's simple beauty. Makeup, yeah, nail tutorials, hair challenges, vlogs, and more for you. Makeup, yeah, nail tutorials, hair challenges, vlogs, and more for you. Hey, it's me, Simple Beauty.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Simple Beauty, and today I am back again with another video. We wanted to come and tell you guys happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone enjoys it, whether they're single or they're married, dating, whatever. Everyone go out and enjoy yourself today, okay? You should be able to enjoy yourself any day of the month. It shouldn't take one special day, but I hope you guys are able to go out and enjoy yourself today. So as you guys can see, I have my hubby,
Hello.
D, and we have Lil D, because he's hungry and he just woke up, so we're feeding him. All right, how this is gonna go, we're gonna ask questions. There are questions that we're gonna read to you guys, and then we're gonna answer them, so you guys will be able to know what we're talking about. Before we get into the video, if you have not, make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell button so that you will know every single time that I upload. And also, make sure you hit the like button and even comment down below. All right, now without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, first question. What song reminds you of me?
Yeah.
The song that reminds me of you is our wedding march song, Spend My Life With You by Eric Benet and Tamaya. So every time I hear that, my mind goes back to us walking down the aisle and me walking down the aisle with my dad and me trying not to trip over my dress because I didn't have my glasses on and I didn't have any contacts. And being upset at the fact that I left the other half of my ring upstairs in the room. But yeah, that's the song that reminds me of you.
I never knew that. You had left the other half of your ring?
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to wear it downstairs.
Oh.
And then my mom was like, yo, you're supposed to wear it downstairs. I'm like, well, then it was upstairs. I had it. It was on my other things, but I don't know. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, my answer is the song by the group called Guy. I like it.
Really? Really? Why?
Because, I mean, it talks about how they like the girl, how they wear their hair, and how she wears her hair, and how she carries herself, and stuff like that. So,
I'm flattered. I would never guess God. Every time I hear that song, I think of
Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you remember about the first time we met?
That was tricky. Our families have known each other for a long time, so I guess I'll say when I really recognized you, because I knew who your family was and I knew your brothers and sisters, but as a kid, I don't really remember seeing you as much as I saw your older siblings. So I would say that would have to be when we went to your church, your father's church, and when I first saw you, I didn't really have any thought, because at the time I really wasn't thinking about dating. Like at that time I was just coming out of like another relationship, and when we first came back in contact with each other, I had just got out of another relationship, so I wasn't really focusing on looking at anyone at the moment. I really looked at him as like, oh cool, okay, that's one of the kids, like, because I remembered all your older siblings, but I didn't. Nothing, when I first saw you, to be honest, nothing triggered in me.
What do I remember about? One of the first things I remember about when we first met? Oh man, when we first met.
You asked the question, is that it? Yeah.
Oh wow. One of the first things I remember.
I think wasn't that a service? Because that's what I remember. I think it was we walking in on a Sunday morning.
What I really remember.
Oh my god.
What I really remember.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I remember thinking, wow, I had an attraction to you. I remember thinking like, oh, that's the daughter. Like, oh, she's not married. Oh, she don't have kids. Because I knew, I kind of had this thought that she was already married with kids. I had no real proof. I knew that her dad had 4 daughters, and I assumed she was married for some reason or another. So when I actually,
because I carried myself like a wife, and
before like I even met her in 2010, like I always thought like she was married with kids. I think I seen her once before on Facebook. So, well, that's one of the first things I remember about her. I was like, well, she's not married, you know, because no one had told me that. So when I actually seen her, I was like, okay, she's not wearing a ring. And kind of from there, I was just like, oh. Next
question. What do you think is my most attractive personality trait? I have to remember that. Okay, because what we're doing is if we ask the question, we answer first. So, what do I think is your most attractive personality trait? Him being genuine. Like, anytime we went out or anytime we talked, it didn't feel like he had like an ulterior motive of getting with me, or he only wanted to get with me for that one thing. It really didn't feel like that. It felt like he genuinely wanted to get to know me and wanted to like hang out with me, you know. And I'm not the most easiest person to like especially then, like anybody who went to high school with me or went to college, they kind of know my personality. I was really raw with how I felt and some of the stuff that I would think. So whatever would come to me, I would say it. And he knew firsthand. And not that I would try to be purposely mean, but sometimes I could just say it and be like, oh, well, I could have said it a different way, or I could have went about it saying it a different way. But the fact that even that, like, he embraced that about me, and even would tell me, like, sometimes, like, man, you didn't have to say it like that. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know no other way to say it. But for me, his most attractive personality trait would be his being genuine.
Yeah. Mine would be, I think that she was like she's an honest person. I say honest, not so. I mean, when you think of blunt or just like frank, or just thinking that it may always mean that somebody's rude, but she's really an honest person, and that's a great trait. I feel like that I really found attractive about her, because straight from the get go, like my interest in her was something different from what she thought. So, and she didn't lie or fake it. You know what I mean? To say, oh, she had an interest in me initially. So,
yeah, I was on a friendship type stuff.
Yeah, like, so right off the bat, you were like, you know, honest about that, and I was like,
yeah.
So I mean, it didn't change my I guess attempt to see where it was going, but I knew that she was an honest person.
Nah, he was persistent. Persistent. And dang, I'm getting off topic. But because of the fact, and it wasn't just because he was persistent that I eventually decided to date him. It was just the fact that he proved to me, not that I told him he had to, because he didn't, but all the times that we decided to go out and all that kind of stuff through the course of time. I think it was about a year before I actually decided to date you. Yeah. Officially. So he had proved to me that, oh, okay, so he really wants to be involved with Rochelle. And so, yeah.
What about me stands out the most to you? You're like easygoing as a person. Like, especially as being a female and knowing I'm the guy in a relationship. I don't know, I feel like there's no...
It took me a minute to get used to him wanting to do things for me, because I was so used to doing stuff for myself.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of been open to the process of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being independent, but then at the same time letting me do things.
Yeah.
And I think that was like, you know, good for me, because I mean, it could show that I could take care of her, but I think it just showed that, you know what I mean, she was willing to like really give me a chance to really see what, you know, I could be or mean to her in a relationship. Really open to me being, you know, from a friend to a boyfriend. Like you were, you know, you weren't really opposed to giving it a shot necessarily, even in the midst of like you having concerns or doubts. Yeah, because I know I really wanted to be with you. So
what stands out to me about my husband the most is that he has a genuine love for God. And to me, that was something that was very important when it came to my husband. In terms of finding a husband, once we really thought about marriage and wanting to be, and me, I've always thought that if I were to get married, that my husband's relationship with God will always be important to me. So in that respect, his love for God is really what stands out for me, because the way that he dedicates himself to like prayer and study time with scripture, even when we, you know, we are dedicated to, you know, church and things that we know to do, just even ministry, that stands out. Because they're just because guys go to church don't mean that they really about God, okay? And just because guys are not in church don't mean that they're not about God. Because I've known some guys too who, for their own reasons, had decided not to. Now I would try to talk them to go back to church, but for their own reasons they had left, but they still wanted that relationship with God. But for my husband, it was like, oh, you go to church and you want a genuine relationship with God and you genuinely are into me. Yeah. What are things that remind you of me? I guess it could just be anything that reminds you of me. Well, for me, things that remind me of my husband, I guess like throughout the day. If he's at work or whatever, and I'm either home or I'm out doing what I gotta do. Things that remind me of him could be like songs that we like. Like if I'm out and about at a store and a certain song comes on, and it would remind me of you, or seeing someone that kind of looks similar to you, or even just if I'm in a clothing store and it's like certain shirts or stuff, like I could look at a shirt and be like, ooh, that's something that you would wear. Or even in other people's personality, if I'm hanging around people and there's a person, whether it be a guy or a girl, and they act some way, like, you remind me of my husband. Like if they're calm and reserved, where I'm like loud. Now I would say I'm selective loud. Like if I'm around a group of people who I don't know, I'm not gonna be loud. I'm really just gonna be sitting there observing, because you gotta watch like people around you. But if I'm like with my friends, I'm more of like the outspoken loud one, and he's more the reserved. Like we always had a joke with our friends, like if we out somewhere and I'm doing something and he thinks I'm like loud, or I need to tone it down, he'd be like, sure. Like that would be his way of pulling me back in. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. Maybe that's clutch. But yeah, definitely someone who's like calm and reserved will remind me of my husband.
First, I gotta say with music, I would say, when I hear people singing, like, you know, some different gospel artists like Galen Carr or like Tasha Cobbs and stuff like that, I think about her when she sings, because I know like it's, you know, her doing it not because she has to or she just so chooses to, but I know like she really embraces like singing, and because she's actually gifted to sing. When I hear, you know, different gospel singers sing, I do think of her. That reminds me of, you know what I mean, we have our relationship and, you know, a reach what we're doing with music. So it's like, yeah, that's one trait that I could think of. But what also reminds me, things that reminds me most of her is some of our more laughable moments. When I think of certain things that she be doing around the house. Those are some of the things that I could think about. But really, if I'm gone, I'll think about it, and it'd be like, I miss Shell or something. You know, so, and honestly, it's probably like the little phone calls when I just be like looking at my phone like, oh, I'm married, you know. So I'm like, oh, what she's doing, you know. So I can call her, like, I'm just checking on you, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's little stuff like that I, you know, just be like looking at my phone, just like, yo, I'm gonna call her, see what she's doing. You know, when I know I'm coming home, I'm planning on coming home to her, being with her. So it's like, you know, yeah, it's not like it's little stuff like that I could kind of value. That never gets old.
Cool. Okay, I think we got 4 more questions, so that's about 2 questions each.
Okay. Do you think you can read my mind? What am I thinking about right now? I answered for you, right?
Yeah.
Try not to go into the gift. No, oh man, she's probably thinking about right now. Probably how excited she is doing the video, because I'm helping her do some content on here. Possibly. Yeah, maybe.
I am excited. I wasn't thinking about being excited, but I am excited about him doing the video. What I'm actually thinking about is what I gotta do after we finish the video.
Yeah.
Oh crap, what do I think you thinking? Well, one, I'm thinking you probably thinking yeah, what you thinking, bud? You probably thinking if this boy don't I'm thinking you could be thinking about food, because I know it's getting kind of late while we're recording this, and unless that's just me, because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about D-Man.
Were you? Ooh, these are some good questions, y'all. Okay, I gotta pick. So I got my one. I know I'm gonna do that at last. How would you describe me in 3 words? How I would describe my husband in 3 words would be humble, gentle, and loving.
Okay. My 3 words would be loving, passionate, and beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, he trying to earn some points, y'all. Bruh. Okay, your turn. This is your last question.
When did you first fall in love with me?
Ooh, gosh.
When I felt like I first fell in love was when there was a time we had went out to eat. She remembers, as I probably explained it, to Fazoli's. And I really explained to her at this particular point. I think we were like friends, and of course getting to know her, like, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 in at this point. You know, I knew my intention of like just, you know, of my attraction to her and wanting to get to know her better. And then it was like, you know, when we kind of resolved, okay, we're gonna be friends for a while. But I think my genuineness as a friend kind of helped develop getting to know her better. Again, as she mentioned earlier, and another question, you know, how she was coming out of another relationship. But particularly when we were out to eat, I kind of shared with her how I really believe like God had like put her in my life, and how we would be married one day. And I was just talking really in faith, you know. I mean, because I really like her. You know how it is, and I'm pretty sure you guys could agree. You know, when you really want to be with somebody, you know, you're willing to do what it takes to say how you feel. You know what I mean? And I say almost like risk it all, but you know, that's what I believe. But that's when I knew I really fell in love with her, and that was like my drawing point, because I began to share that with her, you know. And I think from there she knew like I really was actually invested in like being with her. And seeing where it was really gonna go, while we were still friends at this time. So yeah, I always, in my mind, I guess it was like letting her have it in the back of her mind, so she knows where I stood, so it wasn't like a misunderstanding, or you know, she wouldn't know that I'm not serious about being with her. So yeah. But that's what that would be when I knew I really fell in love with her, and
which is crazy, y'all, because I laughed at him.
Yeah.
And he was, cause I'm thinking, is this a joke? Because I wasn't used to a guy telling me something like that. Like, what he was saying and how he was saying it, I'm really like, bro, like, I think you played a joke on me, you know? So I laughed. And when I saw his reaction to me laugh, I'm like, oh, this dude is serious. Like, I was like, oh, he's really serious. Okay. I knew that I really loved him was, I believe, now, we started dating when I was in college.
Yeah.
My sophomore year in college.
Yeah.
So for me, it was when we had first got together, I guess started talking. In that phase, we were really just friends, and for a while, I had only seen him as just a friend. Like, honestly, he was just cool to hang out with. We go to movies, go out to eat, we could chill. I felt like I could be myself around him, like 100% myself around him. I could tell him things, and I wouldn't hear about it tomorrow from someone else. I wouldn't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. I wouldn't hear about, like, I felt like he as a friend, he was really genuine to me. But I noticed that my feelings started getting more for him because we had been friends for a while, and this was before because he had already like kind of asked me to be his girlfriend like a while ago, and I was the one to tell him I wasn't ready for it yet. So then he was just like, okay, well, we could just be friends, and I was like, cool, I could stay friends. So fast forward to about a year, it was me who had went back to him since he had already asked me, and I went back to him to tell him, like, I think I want to give this a try. And it was because I realized that, you know, it's been a year, and I think I was talking to my friends in college. I realized that it had been a year. He's expressed interest in me, and honestly, he wasn't going to wait forever. You know, and I really needed to make up my mind. And this is how I know that I care about someone. If I know that you like me, but you want to go and talk to somebody else and it don't bother me, like, not at all. Because there were several guys who I knew wanted to talk to me, but I kept them at friend zone level. And I knew they were talking to other females, and it did not bother me. I did not care. It was like, all right, whatever, you know, I'm cool, I'm straight, I only want to be your friend. But with him, after that year, when I started realizing that, oh, he is not gonna wait forever. Like, it was really, I believe it was God, because it was like just one day, it was like, he's not gonna wait forever, like, and he genuinely is into me, and I like him. I started liking him a lot. Like, at first I was trying to downplay it, and my friends, Brittany and Chelsea, they'll let y'all know, like, if I ever have him on camera, they'll let y'all know, like, at first I really downplayed it, like, no, we just cool, da 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 da. But the longer our friendship was, it was like, I really think I like him. And then it blossomed into, I knew it was love when I was like, nah, I'm not letting that go. Like, for me, it was like, with other guys, I didn't care if they started talking to someone else. But when I started thinking like, oh, he's not gonna wait for me forever. You know, y'all know how we be in that state where we be trying to like juggle, like, I have this option, I have that option, I have that option. And for me, it was just like, and he knew. Yeah. I was honest. Yeah. But like he said, I was honest. He knew that I had other options, and other guys that I was talking to at the time. But out of all of them, I was just like, no, I'm really feeling you. And so for me, I knew that my feelings for him was way much deeper than just me liking him and me being cool and me just hanging out with him. A whole year, though. A whole year. And we've had ups and downs since. Oh, we need to do some more video. Because we've had ups and downs since then, but to know that the love is really consistent, it's genuine, it's real. And hey, if you only had 5 minutes with me, what would you want to do? And right, isn't that a good question? Wow. So if I only had 5 minutes, now I don't know if this means if you only have 5 minutes and you die, or is it like if you only have 5 minutes and we like never see each other again? Which not death, but like, I don't know. The question just said, if you only have 5 minutes with me, what would you want to do? My ultimate thing, if we only had 5 minutes, would be I would want to be like on a beach somewhere with you and our son, basically chilling and enjoying each other's time.
Oops. Yeah.
If I only had 5 minutes, and not even just enjoying each other's time, but like those 5 minutes, we're engaging, we're talking. You know.
I was thinking like along the same things. Like we could go to like almost like a hotel resort somewhere, and we could kind of have like a romantic night / baby night. No, wait, that's also wrong.
Baby night. Baby night.
You think it's alright? No, take like what you said, honestly, I would like to be on like a beach somewhere. And in 5 minutes, well,
there's only so much you can do in 5 minutes. That's why I said, hey, I'd rather be just sit down talking, man.
You know.
You know what I'm saying, man?
You know. You know what I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling the bishop. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. I knew he was gonna say something like that though. Like in the back of my head, I was like, he better not say what I think he would. I'll leave it in there.
No, I was just like, don't put this in. Let's see, it would be with her for 5 minutes. Honestly, we could be eating a meal or something and just talking, and I think that would be like just a memory. And I could be telling her the last few minutes, I know I got 5 minutes left, how much I love her and I support her in whatever she does. Whatever those 5 minutes entail, you know what I mean? And I would want to see her happy, not necessarily with someone else, but whatever she's doing, you know. And yeah, I would just kind of just pour my heart out to her for 5 minutes, you know.
Do y'all see? Y'all see? This is why I was like, nah, I can't let that brother go, because you don't find too many brothers like him. So that was the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all have any answers for your significant others, y'all can put it down in the comment section below and let us know some of y'all answers to these questions about your significant other. Yeah. I know he happy. I'm happy because I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
If you guys have not, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that you will know every single time that we upload. Oh, and if you want to know how I created this beautiful look, I will make sure to link that video down below, because if you haven't seen, that video was uploaded on Wednesday of this week. So I'll make sure to link that down below so you guys can go back and watch it. We hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time you're watching this, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.